Hey everybody, it's Bunny Love. Namaste, hope you're having a glorious day. Yo, I don't wanna bore you with it. Oh, but I love you, I love you, I love you. Said I don't wanna bore you with it. Oh, but I love you, I love you, I love you. Said I don't wanna bore you with it. Oh, but I love you, I love you, I love you. I got something to read to you today. We're having a little Bible tutorial. Okay, I've got 5 Bibles here that I found in my house. I might have more somewhere. I do have a King James Version, which is, oh, it's the last one on the pile. That's good, because it's not necessarily the most righteous, but it has the most importance to us on this journey to legal freedom. Okay, so you want legal freedom. You don't want just freedom like, you know, I'm up in the clouds when I love God and I'm communing with God, I'm free. Yes, that's very nice. That's fine and dandy, and it's exactly how it should be. However, you need to bridge that. You need to learn how to bridge your freedom in God and bring it into the world and have freedom in the world through spirit. Bring spirit into matter and do some wonders with your powers, with your inherent chase, with your inherent powers, which God has given you, or which is God in you. You have nothing without God in you. Without God in you, you are dead. When you die, that's when God decides that I'm done with this body. I'm done with this personality. I think I'm going to shut this one down. And, you know, whatever. Okay. Chop, Chase. Chop, guys. Good boy. Shh. Chase, please stop that. Do you want to go to your den? I know you don't. I know. Sorry, Chase. He likes to growl at people sometimes when they go by, especially construction workers and mailmen. He's kind of a typical dog that way. Anyway, here we are. This is what I'm here to show you today. This is called Genesis. It exists within the Holy Bible. It is a chapter. A section. In this section, in Genesis, there are chapters. One chapter, well, actually the first chapter here is what I want to read to you. One chapter here frees you from having to pay any curse when it comes to all green herbs and trees, seed-bearing herbs and trees. So, here we are. Genesis chapter 1, verse 29. And I will read 30 as well. 29. Then God said, Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the surface of all the earth, and every tree which has fruit yielding seed. It shall be food for you. Now this is the Gideon's version. Okay, so just pay attention to how essentially it is sending the same message. It's obviously there will be variations. The dogs are going to bark, right? We can only do so much. Chase, no. Sorry, guys. So I read 29. We have to breeze through this. We've got 5 books to go here. And to 30, line 30, or verse 30 of chapter 1 of Genesis says, "And to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the sky, and to everything that moves on the earth which has life, I have given every green plant for food." For food. And it was so. And 31 is the last verse of this chapter. It says, "And God saw all that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the 6th day." Chase, chup karke baja, please. I'm trying to make a YouTube video, okay? YouTube. God. Anyways, I'm only 6 minutes and 11 seconds in. Time's always rolling. And we roll on forever. That's the thing. That's one of the delusions that we need to come out of, is that time is, that we're limited to time. If you have the stomach for this, then you have the stomach for this. If you don't, you're not going to be into it. It's not good for you to do, because it's scary to you, it's not true, it's blasphemous, it's like the worst thing you could do to yourself. So, you will reject this if this is, just too scary. But I'm here to teach you that you're an infinite being, and that, here's the second one, also placed by Gideon, and that you can be freer than you are, freer than you ever imagined. And if freedom, if freedom is important to you, which everybody says it is, ask anybody, is freedom important to you? Just take a survey. In a democracy, the majority rules, and see what you get. So, here we are. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And on and on. And this is 9, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear," and it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas, and God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth," and it was so. Hallelujah. I don't think I've ever even read that. Whether you're aware of it or not, I've become a Christian minister after learning how good I was at pulling off Christian law. I figured I might as well minister. So I do it. Oh, and here I have kissed it. I'm not sure if you can see my kiss marks. I have kissed verse 29 and 30 here. It says, "And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is fruit of a tree yielding seed, and to you it shall be for meat. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat," and it was so. And God saw everything that he made, and behold, it was good. Third, this is New International Version with helps. And Words of Christ in Red Letter by these people. Alrighty. Check this out. He tends his flock like a shepherd. Chase, come. Aja, come. Come. Come on. Do you want some attention? Shh. Come, Aja, babu. Aja, come sit with me. Chup karo, please. Thank you. Hey, shh. He tends his flock like a shepherd. He gathers the lambs in his arms and carries them close to his heart. He gently leads those that have young. Yes, you know, your children are at stake here. So let's read. Let's read from this book. The beginning. In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was all over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Okay, see, you'll see there are variations in terminology here. Just words are altered, but the message is essentially supposed to be the same. It's very good that we're doing this exercise right now. So, here we are. Let's skip ahead to 29. Then God said, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the earth, and every tree that has fruit within it, with the seed in it. Okay, side note. Just let's branch off for a second. I want to put this in here. The reason we're reading this is because we live in a society where the Canadian Bill of Rights has explicitly stated that they believe, so the fundamentals of our government founders, they believe that there is such thing as a God, and that this God is in highest authority. And then they write these books and propagate these books around. Okay, the reason that this is important is because this book will set you free. And I haven't even read the whole thing. I've only used one verse out of one, you could say two, 29 and 30 out of this book, out of Genesis. And it saved my bloody life, essentially. I read it and I believed it. I integrated it into my consciousness. I absorbed it into my brain and into my heart. And my heart knew this was the truth, that God gave me green herbs and trees upon the face of the earth. And God said, yes, you may reap of my gifts. And my wrath will be upon those who will step in your way and step on your herbs and try to step on your beautiful sacred soul. And then God said, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. They will be yours for food, and to all the beasts of the earth, and all the birds of the air, and all the creatures that move on the ground, everything that has the breath of life in it. I give every green plant for food. And it was so. Okay. I just saw the word gold in there. Golden. Golden mercy. I never knew nobody named Percy. Ooh, except the guy in Green Mile. Ooh, I like that guy's style. What's his name? Stephen King. Oh yeah, I bet he got a lot of bling. Genesis. Okay, let's see how many minutes I got. Sometimes this thing stops recording at 15 minutes, you know. If you're with me, you're with me. If you have patience and you believe in me and what I'm doing here, you don't have to. Again, I love you. If I get 5 hits, I'm happy. Chase, Babu, hush. Hey. but we'll be quiet. Chase. In the beginning of creation, when God made heaven and earth, the earth was without form and void, with darkness over the face of the abyss, and a mighty wind that swept over the surface of the waters. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw that the light was good, and he separated light from darkness. He called the light day and the darkness night. So evening came and morning came, the first day. 29 says, God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase. Fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the earth. Subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea, the birds in heaven, and every living thing that moves upon the earth." God also said, "I give you all plants that bear seed everywhere on earth, and every tree bearing fruit which yields seed. They shall be yours for food. All green plants I give for food to the wild animals, to all the birds of heaven, and to all reptiles on earth, every living creature." So it was. God saw that all he had made, and it was very good. All that he had made, and it was very good. Oh, Lord of mercy. Bless, O Lord, the tents of Shem. May Canaan be his slave. May God extend Japheth's bounds. Let him dwell in the tents of Shem. May Canaan be their slave. I'm not sure what that refers to. Even, I just turned to it. This book is fascinating. Anyway, religious books are fascinating to me. So this is called the New English Bible. I hope you're still with me. Thank you for tuning in, honestly. Let me find out. Jacket designed by Muriel Nasser. Anyway, Oxford, Cambridge, New English Bible. Okay, so you heard all green herbs that exist everywhere on earth? Let's read that one more time. I give you all plants. Here we go. This is it. I give you all plants that bear seed everywhere on earth. I give you all plants that bear seed everywhere on earth in this book right here. Okay. And remember, the Queen of England is a defender of the faith, and she has sworn an oath to be the supreme governor of the Church of England. Church of England. It's a church. They're Christian. They believe in the Bible. They wrote it in English. They translated it in English. The King James Version, which is this one. This is the one. Got it? Let her drink some water. Thank God for water. Hallelujah. The best drink on earth. The best beverage upon this planet is water. Love you guys. This is hard to go through. It's really hard getting out and getting into freedom, getting out of the matrix, so to speak. You should check that movie out if you haven't seen it. If you've seen it, watch it again, and watch it again with some of what I've told you in mind, that it's like this guy, Jesus, like how he got out of the matrix. See, like, he's not confined to this cross. This is not him. This is not really representative of him, but we just use it like we use words. Like we could all shut up, but we don't. We got a hell of a lot to say about everything in Babylon. And Babylon and on and Babylon. So this is just a representative. This is representative, like a word is a symbol for something. And this is a symbol of a man who got off the matrix when they crucified him under Roman law. When he was crucified, he was executed as a criminal. he was treated as a thief. In fact, I've heard recently that from quite a good source that he perhaps wasn't actually nailed at all. He could have very possibly just been tied there because that's what they did to the thieves, apparently. Anyways, the point is, this is what we're talking about today. We're talking about Jesus and the Holy Bible, the King James Version, and freedom, and you, and where you are in the matrix. You better check yourself right now to find out where you are in the matrix, because it's important. It is. I would love to, fulfill all these other things that I want to do in my life. Yeah, I wanted to be a singer and a dancer and an actress and an astronaut and, holy Jesus, a lot of things. A lawyer, and, well, now I've become a priestess, it would appear. But I'm from Brahmin bloodlines, which makes sense if I should be a priestess. Now I'm for Jesus. And for all that is truly true. There's true religion. There's essence. There's essence. There's spiritual essence. Which is perfect and it's not flawed. Like, this is flawed because this is an image of Jesus on a cross, which is not him. Okay, so, even your image is flawed. You are not really yourself. So we're going to try to figure out where we are in the matrix and pop out of it if we can. Or gradually awaken. It's scary. I will not tell you that it's not freaking scary, okay? Please, take it from me. I will not lie to you about this. It's bloody scary. Like, I'm talking walking down through the valley of the shadow of death, and you got yourself, that's it. You got only you in the matrix. When you're trying to get to your this is like Christ consciousness is like neo-consciousness. When you tap into your neo-consciousness, into your Christ consciousness, you are infinitely relieved of this trap, which is your life, which is your matrix reality. You're not this thing. You're not even this face, what you see. You're the source of it, which is even cooler and better. So be what you are and be true to yourself, your true self, and stop being a stupid little dummy zombie in the matrix. And get real and back up your friends and have the blood and have the passion to do it and have the wisdom to do it. Like Gandhi, he was willing to get arrested. His friends were willing to get arrested with him. That's what it takes. That's exactly what is going to divide people, on courage, on who has the courage to walk with their friends and go down the line toward freedom if it's possible, and use their brains and trust their friends, the friends who have the brains. Trust those people to lead you. If they can lead you, let them lead you, instead of competing with them all the time. And give them some credit for a bloody change, hey? So anyways, it's okay, I don't need your credit. I take it back. I have all the credit I need from you-know-who, the ultimate, and that's all. That's all. So, let's go on with this. So this is Christ consciousness, neo-consciousness. You're here to get out of the matrix now. Go with the program. Ring-a-ding-ding, gotta get some bling. Ring-a-ding-ding, gotta get some real bling. Get your real bling. Ring-a-ding-ding, get your real bling. Get your bling here, get your bling here, get your real bling here. Okay, did we read this? No. Okay, but this is what we're talking about. The Bible, King James Version. Sorry about my tangent. I've been known to be like the queen of tangents, but that's not really a tangent. It's a tangent that really relates. It's not random. Nothing's really random. That's stupidity. There are random things, but they're not random. It's just we don't understand everything. We don't know what's going on. We need to trust God. So if you don't believe in God, you probably, I don't even know why you're watching this. But if you think you might start believing or might have an open mind, I'm not here to preach religion. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm spiritual but not religious. I don't belong to any religion. I belong to that which we call God, the source, creator, source energy. I'm a representative or a model minister. I'm a messenger, right? Messenger for that, not any religion. I don't represent any religion, like Christianity. I can say I'm a Christian minister, but you have to understand me if you're going to understand. You have to comprehend me, if, and have awareness about me if you're going to have awareness about what I'm saying to you. I'm not just saying I'm a Christian minister, period. There's so much more to being a true Christian minister than just saying I'm a Christian minister. And I do stupid things sometimes. Sometimes I get crazy, like, into my persona again. A persona, like your ego, what you think you are. Oh, I'm a Christian minister. And yes, I sometimes can even be belligerent with people. So I'm learning. And apparently, though, even Jesus, the reason Jesus got arrested and crucified, Chase, the reason that Jesus got arrested and crucified was because he was reported. They reported him. Those money changers whose stuff he threw out, he took those. They were doing corporate affairs, bringing corporate affairs into the temple, into the holy place. And he had just had enough. He and his people had had enough. Or, yeah. It was Passover, apparently, and they were under Roman rule, and it's a holiday that represents freedom. And Jesus just lost it one day. He just snapped and said, "Excuse me, that's enough. We've had it with you people." And he got mad, and he got angry, and he got belligerent. And they threw him in jail, and then they crucified him. And you call him a hero, and you worship him all day long, but you don't like criminals. Like, you guys gotta wake up right now. Like, you don't want to go to jail, you don't want to get arrested, but you want to be Christian. I got so much beef with that. Oh, Lord, have mercy. So anyways, here we go. Last book, last version of the Holy Bible that I will read to you today. It says here, "And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb." Chase, stop that, please. Thank you, Babu. "And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed." Can I start that again? "And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed." I've given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. Meat. This is the only version that says meat. M-E-A-T. This is very interesting, because you've heard all your life Christians defend all their meat eating by saying, well, it says so in the Bible. I think this is the line that they're misinterpreting. They're misinterpreting this line here, verse 30, which says, "And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat." And it was so. I've read the version that says, to you, and God said, the first version I ever read, which was what helped me out when I was being obstructed and violated for having herbs. So I read this line that said, and God said, behold, to man, God said to man, behold, I have given you every tree, every herb bearing seed and green tree upon the face of the earth, something to that effect. To you they shall be for meat. None of these actually said that, so I'm not sure which book that was. It could have been Dennis's book. My friend Dennis and Joel, I'm sure I mentioned this before. I remember when I mentioned it. They had come to church. They had come to court with me. But the court is a temple, so actually that was a good little verbal slip I had there. That actually is indicative of something that is underlying. There's shrouds of mystery over the courthouse, and curtains, different dramas are taking place. They're doing all this drama in there. It's totally a theater, and they have these invisible curtains that go up and down, and you don't know what's going on because most people are ignorant of the law, and even I'm still very ignorant about many things. Just doing my best to learn what I can and pass it on. And so, anyways, I had to learn all this stuff, which is why I'm sharing it with you if you are concerned about these things. Which I think you should be, because it concerns freedom ultimately. It concerns your ultimate freedom. These things do. If you know the law, you can be free-er than you are, and freer than you ever thought you could be. And in the future, if somebody questions your freedom or tries to take it away, you might have some ammo, whereas right now you don't got no ammo. You don't got no ammo. Even if you think you have a community, they don't have ammo. They don't know what to do in an emergency situation. And again, you might get away with it if you're white enough. But anyways, it doesn't matter. There's Punjabis that are really white as people get. And that doesn't matter. If you're a Punjabi rabble rouser, sorry, not rebel, if you're like somebody who wants truth and justice and you're not afraid, if you are unafraid, then you can handle this business. If you are truly unafraid of death is the ultimate scary thing. If you're not afraid, if you're unafraid, then you can be a true warrior for freedom and for God, right? You don't have to be a kamikaze pilot or a serial or a serial suicide bomber. You don't have to be that. You can just be your eternal self and know that death can't touch you. That death cannot come to you. Death does not exist for you. That's what this guy had on his mind. He knew this shit. He knew. He knew absolutely. To the core of his self. He knew that I am untouched. That I am pure. Nothing can kill me. I'm infinite. I'm eternal. You can take this body and you can bleed it. Because I don't need it. Because I be one. I may look small, but I weigh a super ton. Like super heavy. They think I'm small, but I'm super heavy. I said it first, yo, I was on the phone. I'm exempt from levy. They be tapping that shit. And I be rapping that shit. You're gonna give it up. Gonna be snapping that shit. Anyways, so yeah, we read our Bible today a little bit. This is me becoming a Christian minister in my life. When I was 13, I decided I wanted to be Christian, and my Hindu Punjabi parents said, okay, go ahead. Which was pretty cool, actually. They didn't raise me to be a fanatic about Hinduism. They never raised me to think I was Hindu. So I didn't have any problem becoming Christian or anything. Sufi. I was always a Sufi because my parents would listen to Nusrat all day long. They even went to his concert. And I grew up around Sufi music, and so I feel that it's alright for me to say I am Sufi because I have Sufi influence in me, and I could even have Sufi blood. Sometimes I can feel the poetry when I listen to it. I can feel it in my blood. So that's something inexplicable by your religious standards. If you don't think I'm Sufi, if you think I'm just a Punjabi, Brahmin, Sikh, something, I don't know. I grew up Sikh, Hindu, Buddhist, and then I became Christian when I was 13. I never had a religion. I don't belong to religion, and neither should you. If you want freedom, that's one thing. If you're taking this seriously enough, then you're going to be willing to drop your identity, like, right quick, and get out of the matrix. If you're not, you're not. I'm sorry for you if you can't do it. I'm sorry. You have no idea how sorry I am. But that's all, okay? I love you. Give yourselves a hug today. Hug each other. Oops. My golden pillow. I love you guys. I try to make these videos as interesting and appealing as possible. I'm just being my natural self. I don't even do any editing. I'm not very technologically inclined. I prefer an organic experience, and I think that you're getting an authentic and organic experience here with me. So that's all. Love you, and hug each other more. I feel like calling my parents. We had an argument. So I really want to hug the people that I love, you know, and so just hug the people that you love. And if you got nobody to hug, hug yourself, because you are your own best friend, and you should always hug yourself, and you be your own best friend forevermore, and you'll be found, and you're home now. So that's all. And I got a song for you. Super Heavy, my favorite band. Oh, you beautiful people, don't let your light go out. Fuck it up, live it right now. Hey, oh, you beautiful people, don't let your light go out. Fuck it up, live it up right now. Hey. All you my beautiful people, don't let your light go out. Fuck it up, live it up right now. Hey. Hey, all my beautiful people, don't let the light go out. Fuck it up, live it up right now. All my beautiful people. Hey. Don't care if they doubt you. Shine bright, don't let them out you. Hey, all my beauty. Shine